Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back for another deck profile here. Happy Easter, guys. I know Easter's tomorrow, but happy Easter weekend. I know you guys see this fucking saucy chain my daughter got me, the purple bunny, you know. It's the joint. I love my baby. Love you, Madison. But happy Easter, guys. One thing that's funny about, you guys remember this mat, the top 8 mat or whatever that I'm talking about. I didn't even realize it's the Easter extravaganza mat. I don't know if you can see that down there. But anyways, so yeah, guys, so I'm back with a fucking wonky deck today. Somebody wanted me to do Thunder Dinos, and I've actually been wanting to do it for a while, so I figured I'd give it a go. We actually did a bunch of testing today. Big shout out to my dude Cody Rana. Cody Rana, one of my closest friends. I've known him for fucking since I was like 10. Love you, brother. I appreciate all the testing, all the shout outs you've done for me. He's giving me shout outs on the Cody Angeloff stream and whatever. All of a sudden, I don't know if you guys remember my last deck profile with fucking Nemesis Escatos. Now all of a sudden that card's popping up everywhere. Don't know if it's my fault. Don't know. But maybe I got it before, people caught on to it or something like that. Anyways, yeah, guys. So we're here with another deck profile here today. It's the I don't even know what to call this deck. It's chaos, right? But it's Thunder Dino with some zombies. Either way, here it is, guys. I'm gonna show you what's up. You can come on down here. I know you guys can see this is a big brick. It's a 60 card. Look at the solitaire with the Titan. All right, let's get right on into it, guys. So I'm gonna put these over here. I will show you a combo video at the end of this. Make sure you stick around for that. It's a very good combo. But the reason this deck's so big is actually because I wanted to make it more consistent. I know that sounds weird, but the reason I was playing like 43 at one point. I had like 6 or 7 different builds of this week. And I was talking with Cody and a couple of my other friends about it, and I was just like, oh, dude. And then Cody and I sat down and played test today since let's say 8:30 in the morning. We stopped testing at about 2 p.m. And this is where I lied, and we both made some changes to the deck, and I think this is just where it should be at. So anyway, so the zombie package, obviously you guys know the 3 solitaire. You can stay down here. The 2 unizombie and the 1 Mizuki. So obviously you can stay down here for a second. So obviously this card, Sure New Solitaire, it's kind of like Lone Fire Blossom, if you guys remember that card, the plant card. It just tributes itself off and summons a zombie from deck with 0 defense, which is obviously Unizombie. And then basically what you want to do is you want to, well, I'll show you. It's actually not part of the combo, so I can show you this real quick. It's just you want to normal summon this, tribute it off to summon the Unizombie. Unizombie effect target itself. Send the Mizuki from deck to graveyard. Banish the Mizuki, you summon this back. So these are both level 4, and then you want to synchro into the Chaos Ruler. This is also part of Jesse Cotton actually made this engine a little popular. I want to say about a year ago. We decided to put it in, and it was really good. So here we are, guys. Anyways, so that's the zombie portion, and then for the dinosaurs, obviously 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. I mean, this is just the bread and butter. This is like the card. The reason we're playing dinosaurs is to get to this card. Other than the fact that the consistency is just very good. And then 3 Oviraptor. Obviously, I think if you guys watch the channel, I know I like explaining cards effects, but I think if you watch the channel enough, you know I've explained these cards multiple times. So this time I just won't explain them, or don't have to explain them. Anyways, and then for the rest of the dinosaur cards, I'm just playing 1 and 1 Pankratops and 1 Archosaur. This card's very insane. This is part of the combo later. Even if you draw it, it's not the end of the world, because I actually do play Phantasme. So, but anyways, also I want to point out real quick that this is also a light, and Oviraptor is a dark. So also Conductor is a light as well. So it matches with the Chaos Engine very well. So, and then for the Thunder Dragons, obviously 3 dark, 3 roar. I actually am playing 2 Matrix, and then for the 1-ofs, just the 1 Hawk and the 1 Duo. Now I'll explain these cards. You can stay down here for a second. The Dark, whenever it leaves field or is banished, it adds a Thunder Dragon card from deck to hand. Roar, whenever it leaves field or is banished, will special summon a Thunder Dragon card from your deck. And then it returns to your hand at the end phase. And then Matrix, you just discard it, target a Thunder monster, gains 500 attack. It's a quick effect. It's mainly for Titan. Also, if it leaves the field or is banished, it adds another copy of itself. And then Hawk, you only play one of this now since Colossus isn't around. Rest in peace. I really wish Colossus was legal. But this card, you just discard it, summon a Thunder Dragon from your banished or graveyard. And then if it gets banished or leaves the field, you can shuffle X amount of cards in your hand, redraw that many. This actually, the reshuffle effect for this card has come up quite a few times. And then the one Thunder Dragon Duo. This is also searchable off Chaos Space. It's just banish the Light and Dark, summon it. It has other effects, but usually we just put it in there for game. So that's it for the Thunder Dragon package. Also, if you guys know me, you guys know I love Thunder Dragons. If you know me like as a player, like locals or whatever, you guys can actually look at my feature match from YCS Chicago in 2019. I did play Thunder Dragon and I won my match. And then also, I'm going to put this back in the deck. I think this engine, the Nemesis engine, is probably one of the most overlooked engines. As in my last video, I was doing way more testing with this, and I realized how good the cards actually were. So obviously, Nemesis Flag, you reveal it in hand, target a banished monster. If it resolves, shuffle that banished monster into the deck, special summon this, and then during the main phase, you can add one Nemesis card from your deck to your hand that is not Nemesis Flag. And then Arch Nemesis Escatos. This is the light dragon, 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense, same stats as Blue Eyes White Dragon. You banish three types from your graveyard. There's another one that's called Protos that banishes 3 attributes, but this one is 3 types. And it can't be destroyed by card effect. Also, you can call a type on the board and then destroy it. Doesn't have to be destroyed. And then it locks both players out of special summoning that type until the end of the next turn. So it's kind of like a cold wave. One thing I forgot to mention, which I'm very upset at myself about, was I didn't put the Reproducus in my last video. And it was actually in there for the Nightmare Phoenix. Sad to mention that, but also the reason that's important is because you make the Reproducus pointing to Escatos. If you know what they're playing, you just turn Escatos into whatever type you know they're playing. So if they're playing Orcus, you would turn this to Machine. Activate effect, destroy. It won't destroy, but your opponent can't special summon machines till the end of their next turn. Neither can you. So yeah, so that's it for that. The Nemesis engine, I'm very happy with the Nemesis engine. And then for a couple other Chaos cards, I only play one of the Valkyrie, and the Chaos Creator. These two cards, this is banish a light or dark from your graveyard, special summon it. If this card is banished, you can dump a light or dark from your deck to the graveyard. And you can't special summon or use its effects that turn. Which this actually comes in clutch sometimes. Like if you draw a Dead Evolution Pill, sometimes you'll actually banish this off of like a Chaos monster and you'll send an Oviraptor or the Archosaur to graveyard just to put a Dinosaur in your graveyard. So this card's insane. I only play one of it because it's a hard once per turn and it's searchable. Same with this. This is just banish a light and a dark, special summon it. It is a Thunder, so it's searchable with Thunder Dragon Fusion. You banish a light and dark, and then you can target 3 of your banished monsters. One of them gets special summon, the other 2 go back in the deck. So this card's insane. And then for the other 2 1/0 Chaos cards, obviously the White and the Black Dragon, they both get each other, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, and then I am actually playing Dangers. Cody and I were talking about this when I was testing, and I was like, oh, I actually played a bunch of hand traps in this deck. And we decided against essentially that the Dangers will be better because I'd rather play a bunch of combo cards. You can still see me, yeah. I'd rather play all gas, no brakes, and just go instead of being like, oh, well, like I was playing Lancea and Nibiru, and that's very good because the Lancea and Nibiru are both light, so for Chaos Space they're very good. But I liked having these better. Also, obviously everyone knows what, you know, the one of the Dangers do. The Bigfoot's insane too, because everyone's playing Dragoons right now. So like if you just reveal Bigfoot, they don't negate it with Dragoons, and it gets summoned. You can just crash it into Dragoons and it dies. So it's kind of like a, one of those things where like, however you want to play it, sometimes your opponent will actually negate this with Dragoons. And then I'm only playing 1 hand trap in this list. We didn't niche it down. I'm playing 3 Thanos. So this card, obviously insane. Whenever your opponent Link summons, you special summon it, and then draw 1 card +1 for each Link monster your opponent controls. Usually it's just 2 cards, so you especially draw 2. But sometimes you can see what they're doing, and then you'll special it and draw multiple cards other than just 2. You'll draw like 3 or 4, and then shuffle X amount back in the deck equal the number of link monsters they control. The reason this card's very good, obviously it's a dark. I am playing Allure, and it starts your turn with a body on board. That's kind of why I like Nibiru, but this has just come up better because you can reshuffle the bricks in if you draw them. Sometimes, I mean, it's 60 cards, so it's not very likely, but you are playing this package anyways. Obviously, the Dark Magician, the Red Eyes, and the Red Eyes Fusion. So everyone knows what that's for. Oh, sick. And then obviously you saw the Red Eyes Fusion, so we're getting into the spells. Just playing 1 Thunder Dragon Fusion. Obviously this is searchable. Thunder Dragon Dark searches this. It makes Titan. I'm only playing 1 Titan, but it's nice to, sometimes I'll open this with like Dragoons. I'll show you a combo video at the end, but sometimes I'll open this as like a dead draw if I don't have Phantasme. And when you negate with Dragoons, you can just discard this, and then it sits in the graveyard until the next turn, and then you'll banish this to Search of Thunder, and then you're just, plays go, whoa. And then last one of, obviously Gold Sark. I mean, this card's just, that's just, you know, so. And then obviously 2 Evolution Pill. I really wanted to play 3 in this build. I did actually test 3, and there was actually quite a few times I drew 2 in a 60 card deck, and I was like, well, that's the end of that. So, see you later. But everyone knows what that card does. Banish a fucking, let me go back to this. Banish a Dinosaur in hand or grave, hand and or grave, and then another type of monster in hand or grave. Supposed to summon a Dinosaur level, you know. So, sick. And then for the rest of the spells, 3 Fossil Dig. You can just stay down here for a second. 3 Chaos Space and 3 Allures. So this is just kind of like what I decided on ending on. It's more consistency. It's just very good. The one thing that's really cool about this deck too is like the utility the deck has on like certain matchups. Like you can just play one way or the other. A lot of the time, the Dragoons is like your main play for some point. But sometimes there's just hands where like you can't be stopped. Like the plays you have are just ridiculous. So anyway, so I'm gonna go into the extra deck. Obviously 1 Thunder Dragon Titan. This card on board, if you activate a Thunder Dragon card in hand and nobody has any response to it, it'll chain link 2 and destroy a card on your opponent's board non-targeting. Also, if this card will be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish 2 cards from your graveyard to keep it alive, and that does not activate. The other fusion is the Dragoons, obviously. And then I play 2 Synchros. Obviously the Boral Savage, and then the Chaos Ruler. This card's just absolutely absurd. Just on summon, it activates the top 5 cards of your deck. You add a light or dark monster from them to your hand. And then if this card leaves the board and is in the graveyard, you can banish a light and a dark to resummon it. It won't get its effect again, obviously. And then once it leaves the board again, it will be banished. But this card, this is basically the zombie engine is in there for just to do that. So, and I'm gonna play 1 Exceed, obviously the Abyss Dweller. I mean that's just probably the best one right now. Then for the Link ones, just the 1 Striker Dragon and the 1 Link Rebo. And then for the Link 2s, obviously the Anaconda, the Reproducus. Like I said earlier, this, like you make this in this column with Escatos here or here if it's here. Make it, make Escatos any type, have it destroy itself, it won't die, and then neither player can special summon that type till the end of the next turn. So it's like a Cold Wave if you know what you're playing against. So, and then 1 IP and the 1 Nightmare Phoenix. So. And then for the Link 4s, I'm sorry, 1 Link 3, the BLS Link Monster. This card's just really good in general. Didn't summon it a whole lot, but it's very good. It's good for utility against. It kind of shits on a lot of rogue decks. And this format is just very full of like people. You can play anything you want almost in this format. So, and then for the Link 4s, we're just playing the Appaloosa, the Access Code Talker, and the Boral Sword. But yeah, guys, let me show you just a quick 2-card combo. The one thing about this deck is it kind of reminds me of Emancipators on like how like you play, because it's very luck based. Like you want to get to the Chaos Ruler, etc. But this is like the niche down 2-card combo that I would say is the where you want to go with it. So it's just Oviraptor and Thunder. Where's my boy at? Thunder Dragon. Roar. So these 2 cards, and once again I will put my hand size because you guys love to see my hand size. So you can see down here, this will just be hand down here, all 5 of these. Good?
Yep.
All right, and then you can still see around this area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So all you're gonna do, obviously, is just normal summon the Oviraptor. You can activate effect, and you will search for the miscellaneous. Have you read Misk for the Miscellaneousaurus? Some of this stuff. Okay, and then obviously you'll just discard the Miscellaneousaurus, and then you'll banish it. You still see down here?
Yes.
Cool. And then this will summon the Animodon Archosaur from the deck. And like I said, this is just an easy way to niche it down to 2 cards. This isn't like an end-all be-all combo. Your hand could just be in. These other 3 cards could just be insane. But on summon, then you'll activate effect, and you'll destroy the Oviraptor, and then activate effect, and then you'll search the pill, which is over here. You'll search for the pill, and then Link Karibo. I still like to do the Link Karibo play. All right, so up here, I don't know if you can still see this up here. This is Graveyard and Banished. All right. And then activate the pill, and depending on what your hand is and how many like light and darks, because obviously you have a light and dark right now, what your hand ever looks like, you would keep the other one. So I'm just going to banish this in case my opponent's playing Dinosaurs and the Monster Reborn it. Sick. And then you'd banish the Roar from hand, which will then summon the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Sick. So I'll put him here. Alright. So that's what you got so far. And then Roar will activate, and it's supposed to summon a Thunder Dragon monster from your deck, which will be the Dark. So then you'll summon the Thunder Dragon Dark. Okay. And then you'll link these 2 off. Link Karibo in the Dark. For the like I said, depending on what your hand be, I could do a Nemesis combo with this where you make Reproduct, because it's kind of the same thing, but you'd have to know what they're doing going first, game 1. But this is essentially, this board is for going first, game 1, if you don't know what they're playing. So, anyways, so we're gonna do that, and then the Thunder Dragon Dark will activate and add a card to hand, which will be the Matrix. So add Matrix, and then you'll activate Predaplant to dump the pay 2,000 life points, to dump the Red Eyes Fusion, Dark Magician, and the Red Eyes, obviously to summon the Dragoons. So also here, the reason I'm adding the Matrix, you can still see this down here. Depending on what your hand looks like, if you don't want to do the Dragoons play, obviously this could send the Thunder Dragon Fusion if you had one more Thunder Dragon, but this would be your discard for the Dragoon negate, and then you still have the Conductor to pop this if they start playing. So, but there's a bunch. The reason it's hard to niche it down, like I said, is just because it's very luck based with this deck. Like there's not like a good 2-card combo. 2-card wombo, but that's just kind of how I felt with this. I mean, this is pretty good for just Oviraptor and Thunder Dragon Dark. So, and then obviously you still have 4 cards in hand. So yeah, guys. Also, one thing I did want to point out too is your graveyard has a dragon, a spellcaster, a thunder, a Cyberse, and a dinosaur. So you have so many different types. If you did draw the Escatos, the Escatos would be live. So, like, if this was one of the cards in hand or whatever, you would probably play this differently, since you have so many types, and then some of this would make the Reproductus first, and then the Predaplant. So, But yeah, guys, so I tried to niche it down to a 2-card combo. So yeah, guys. Anyways, happy Easter. I hope you guys have a great Easter tomorrow. Dude, we're 1 subscriber away from 250. Let's get there. Okay, that'd be nice. Also, Robbie Cole, big friend of mine, good friend of mine, MCole40. I've been in talks with him. He's gonna put some of my stuff up on his channel very shortly. So, get on the boat, boys. Anyways, cheers, happy Easter, boys.